So, let's go here. All right, so yo guys, what is up? It is Primal, and today in this video, what I want to do for you guys is that I want to do a Call of Duty Pro tier list. So this has majority of the players for 2021. I think this one right here is based off of last year. So I know I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video here. So the first player we have up is Abizi. Abizi is easily in the S tier. Definitely one of the best SMG players in the league, if not the best SMG player in the league overall right now. He's probably top 3 best search and destroy players. So yeah, Abizi, that's an obvious S tier. Right now, currently, accuracy is doing. He hasn't really had the best season so far, so accuracy's probably gonna get in the good tier because I know what he can do. So if he can step it up right now, I think he'll be in a very good spot. So that's what I'm hoping he can do. Alex, replaceable, heavy. Like, that's a heavy replaceable. He just I've never really thought Alex has been that good. And he has not been doing good at all this season. He's been doing very terrible this season overall for the Royal Ravens. And he's really been that weak link. And right now he's actually out of the CDL because of family issues. So I don't know what's going on with his family, but yeah. Apathy, he's still good. I think I'll give apathy good. I'm not going to give him great. If he can, bring back that, inform apathy that we're used to seeing all the time, then yeah, I'll give it to him. But yeah, apathy, he has won, I think, 7 or 8 major tournaments in his career. He is a 2-time Call of Duty champion. So he has won 2 rings, which is very impressive. So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt there. Right now, Arcides, another player on Atlanta FaZe, but this is from last year, so he has the Huntsman jersey on right there. Arcides, he's up there with his teammate Abizi in S tier. Best AR in the league right now, in my opinion. I think he's overall the best AR player. He is a very good team leader, and I think he's the main reason why FaZe is where they are right now, and I feel really good about how they're going to do with them. Obviously, they just won the first major. So yeah, right now, I'll give Asim an elite tier. He's been really performing above expectation, for most people, and he's probably one of the main reasons. He probably is the main reason why the subliners have had this little surge right here. At the end of the first major, because subliners, they got 3rd at the major. They beat Optic, and Optic got 4th. So that was pretty sick. That was pretty cool to see. So yeah. Now, Assault is between decent and replaceable. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt because he does have a ring. Assault is in decent tier. He's still a pretty decent player. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt because he has a ring. Attach, he's still in the great category. I'm not going to say he's S tier or elite. Now, if we were talking 6 years ago, back in Advanced Warfare, he's definitely going up in the S tier. He was probably the best player in Advanced Warfare, in my opinion. But yeah, Attach, he's still a good player. I think he's one of the best SMGs in the league. And yeah, Bance, he's in the decent tier for Cold War. Hasn't really had this as good of a season so far as he had in Modern Warfare. I do prefer Modern Warfare Bance. Now, his teammate, Cammy, he currently right now is in the great tier. He's been doing really good for Ultra. So yeah, that's very good for Cammy. I think he's had a better Cold War season so far than he ever had in Modern Warfare. I mean, he had his moments in Modern Warfare, but I think right now he's just better at this game. Celium, I'm gonna put him in the decent tier. Reason why: he snakes way too much. Okay, and y'all probably were expecting that. Now, the reason why Celium is in the decent tier is because number one, he is using snaking to his advantage, and it's been proven. Like literally, if you watch his scrims against Optic, like every single time FaZe goes up against a really good team in scrims, he snakes them the entire scrim. And literally, whenever he doesn't snake, literally there have been a couple of clips that I've watched over like the past day or two. Literally, Optic was scrimming Atlanta FaZe yesterday, and Optic was like they've actually been doing pretty good in scrims lately. They did really good against FaZe yesterday and against LA Thieves. They made the Thieves rage quit. But back to the whole Celium thing. Literally, Celium was snaking to win all of his gunfights, but whenever he wouldn't snake, he was getting gunned. Like he was getting like straight up gunned. But he's still a good player. I'm not saying if he didn't snake, he would be an S tier with his teammates, Arcides and Abizi. But just because of the fact that he is using something that people frown upon in the league and he keeps doing it, he's gonna go instantly down to the good tier. He's not. I just don't like the fact that he's abusing something that people frown upon in the league, and that they've been telling him since Black Ops 4 to stop doing it, and he's been doing it in every match in a tournament. He's been doing it in all of the scrims, and he doesn't stop doing it. And he says that they're lying about it, like that people like whenever people say that he's snaking, that they're lying, even though they're not. Okay, so now we get to Clayster. Clayster for me is still in the elite category. Clayster really is probably he is the main reason why subliners are in the spot that they're in, because he brings that hype to the team that the young guns really like having, because if you can hype up players like Asim and Mac and Diamond Con, I think you can really boost your team overall. So yeah, that's Clayster. That's pretty obvious. Kleenex. I'll save him for later because I can't really decide on him right now. Crim6, he's in great for Cold War. He's in great for Cold War so far. If he brings in, like this year, I don't know what it is about Crim, but this year, I'm not seeing the same intensity that he had last year in Modern Warfare because, like they had the whole Huntsman versus Empire drama, Scump versus Crim, that whole entire beef. Ever since he squashed the beef with Scump at the beginning of the year, back in January, 2 months ago, he has not had that same intensity. He hasn't been bringing the same fire to the matches. He's still a great player. But if he had that same intensity, I would put him in either S or Elite. But right now, he'll have to go in great. But obviously, whenever it gets later and later into the season, Crim6 usually gets better and better and better. So yeah, for right now, he's in great. I'm pretty sure by the end of the season, I'll be putting him in S or in Elite. Now, Dylan, he has been the most disappointing player in the league so far for me. Like one, if not one of the top three. Dylan, I had a lot of hype going. He had a lot of hype going his way coming into the season, and for good reason. The guy literally was saying that he was going to be doing a lot to be the best player in the league. People were like giving him hype and all that. I was hyping him up a little bit. I was like, yeah, man, Dylan, he's pretty good, but Dylan still super he's not. Whenever I put them in replaceable tier, I'm not saying that they should get dropped. I'm just saying that if they did get dropped, it wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, Dylan, he's another replaceable player with his teammate Alex. Envoy, that's pretty obvious where he's going. He's going to go all the way to the S tier. Envoy, he's the smartest player in the league without question. Like right now, currently, he's the smartest player in the league. He's a great leader, just like his teammate, his former teammate from last year, Arcides, which is now teaming with Atlanta FaZe. So yeah, Envoy, definitely in the S tier. He's one of the best skilled players in the league, and I'm so happy that he is still performing up to par as he did from last year. Formal still an elite AR. His teammate Formal is still an elite AR. The one half of T2P. Formal is still a very good AR player. It's just that in Cold War, I don't know what it is, but I feel like with that XM4 meta, I feel like that really did affect Formal in a negative way. But now with the XM4 being banned and it being QBZ, Krig, and AK-74U, I think Formal's going to excel, and he might even push himself up to S tier. But he's still an elite AR. No one can doubt. No one, like, there's no doubt about it. Him, like, Formal and Dashy are the two best players when it comes to pure raw aim in the entire history of Call of Duty. Like, if you guys go back and you watch all of Formal's like clips from like in Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, the dude is insane. He's insane. And he's still doing that kind of stuff today. So Havoc, I'm not going to put him on here because he's not on a starting roster right now. This is all like the players in the league that are like on our starting roster, probably like a substitute. I think, he's a substitute for the Mutineers, but I'm only going to put on the starting rosters. Hook, he's definitely going to go into the S tier for Cold War. That's obvious. Like, literally, I don't even have to explain. Right now, him and Dashy are front runners for MVP. I'm pretty sure in everyone's eyes, if you're not just blindly hating on them. Which, I mean, I like Hook. He's probably my favorite player on Empire. Besides Krim, because I mean, he's just like Hook. He's really quiet. He seems like a really humble person. He's very nice as well. Like, I mean, if you go and watch his interview with Hex on Hex's podcast, he seems like a really genuine guy. Illy, so far in Cold War, he's been good, but he's not been performing up to par. He's not been as good as Shotzi, Krim, and Hook. He's definitely been the worst player so far on Empire, but whenever I say worst, I'm not saying that he's doing bad. He's still doing really, really, really good. So, yeah. Kenny, he's been underperforming this year so far, so I'm going to put him in decent. So there's no explanation for that. I mean, he's just been underperforming. I've been expecting him to do a lot better this year. I just really haven't seen anything out of him yet that's like insane. He hasn't had any like memorable moments yet, but I'm pretty sure they will come, and he will make me boost him up to elite or great. Mac, he's also been very underwhelming right now. He's also going to go in the decent category. Major Maniac, decent category. Methods, great. Why did Ultra drop him? Why did Ultra drop Methods? I'm still trying to figure that out. But I do agree with the move a little bit because Insight does bring a little bit of a faster pace to Ultra's team. And I saw their scrim with Optic with Insight instead of Methods on the team. And yeah, they look pretty decent with him, but I just still can't get over the fact that they just dropped this guy whenever Methods is literally the only reason why they didn't get top 12 at the major. Because he got all those 1v4s and all that, man. He's probably he's one of the most clutch players in the league, and they dropped him. Octane, I'm still going to put him in elite, but even though he's stuck on the surge, obviously we all know what Octane can do. He's probably the best AR in the league, with art like alongside Arcides and Formal and all those, and Clayster and all those guys, and Krim and all those people. He's probably the best AR. So yeah, Awakening, he's been S tier so far. In Cold War, he's been hard carrying the Florida Mutineers, him and Skies. And yeah, there's really nothing else I can say, but for Awakening, he has great aim. He's one of the best ARs in the league alongside Arcides, Formal, Octane, and Krim and Clay. He's up there, dude. Pristini, he's been the worst player in Cold War so far. Not when it comes to skill, but when it comes to like my expectations versus like what he's been doing this year. He's been the most underwhelming player this year, and he's just so incredibly inconsistent to the point where I have to put him down to the replaceable tier. And it's kind of weird because, you have his twin brother Arcides who's sitting up at S, and then you have him that's just sitting down at the bottom. And that's just not good at all. All right, so now we have Priesta. He's going to go in the decent category for Cold War because he just has been underperforming, dude. Like, he's not doing anywhere near as good as he was doing in Modern Warfare or in Black Ops 4. Now, this next one is probably the one that everyone wants to see. Scump, the most popular player in the league without question. Still a very good top SMG in the league. He's the most iconic player of all time. He's a Call of Duty World Champion. I could go on and on. He's still he's in elite with his duo formal. T2P are in elite, but there have been moments where Scump has been in form and he's been in S tier. So right now, Scump is in both, but I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt and put him in S. He's been in both because he's right now the weak link on Optic is formal. He's been the weak link because he's been having more like I guess you could say like matches that haven't been as good as Scump's, because Scump, he's been, if you look at all their scrims, I'm taking scrims into account with this as well. Like, scrims, like Scump, I can't even remember, but I think it was yesterday, Scump was in scrims against Atlanta FaZe, and he popped. Like, I need to see this real quick. I need to see what he was on that scrim, because I'm pretty sure I have the video right here. Yeah. Here we go. They have an advertisement on it. Okay, love to see it. But hold on, right now we're gonna put him down to elite. I need to see what this game was yesterday because, like, look, you got to realize I have these players. Okay, let's go ahead and throw Simp up in S tier as well. Let's go ahead and throw him up there. Scump finished the game. All right, here we go. Here's the end. They won the map 250 to 209. Scump finished the map 41 and 24. That is very good. And you got to think about this. He's going up against Celium, and if Celium didn't snake, he would also be an S tier. The entire Atlanta FaZe roster would be an S. Abizi, Arcides, Simp, and Celium. They're all in S, but the reason why I have Celium down here is because he's a dirty player. So I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. When it comes to those big matches, there's something about Scump where he just steps it up, and he just overperforms everyone's expectations, which is why I still have to give him S. And also because he's a COD World Champion, and he's literally the reason why the CDL is still getting 100,000 viewers. Like, literally, when you watch an Optic match on the CDL, he's literally bringing in majority of the viewers. Like, majority of the Optic fans are Scump fans. So, I mean, yeah, he's just there. The impact he's had on the league is just huge. So here we go. Shawnee, he's going to go in good tier. This has not been his best year ever. So, I mean, he was definitely way better at Modern Warfare than he is at Cold War, in my opinion, as of right now at the current moment. So, yeah. Shotzi, I'm going to have to give him elite right now. He's nowhere near as good as he was in Modern Warfare right now, but he's still very good. He's like right under Hook. So, I'm going to have to give Shotzi this ranking right here. I mean, he's been kind of inconsistent, but he hasn't been too inconsistent. He has way more good matches than bad. So, yeah. Right now, the weak link for Empire is definitely going to have to be Illy, who's in the good tier, and then Crimson Great, and then Shotzi Elite, and then Hook S tier. But yeah. Silly, he's been performing how I've been wanting him to perform, so I'm going to put him in good. We all know what Silly can do. Scraps, he is in elite tier. He's the best EU player in the league. He's his twin brother Wuskin should have been on Paris with him. If he was, that would be a huge pickup. Right now, Skies, who is on the Florida Mutineers, he's S tier alongside Awakening. He's been doing very. Oh wait, should I put him in S? No, I'm gonna put him down in elite. All right. The reason why I'm putting him in elite is because of the fact that he's been doing almost as good as Awakening. He has had incredible games. And besides that, I mean, he hasn't had the same exact type of performances that Awakening has been having, but he's still there. He's there. Slacked, who's also on the Florida Mutineers, he's on the replaceable category. He just has not been doing good at all this year. Slasher, he's still still a great AR player. Not going to give him anything insane like a leader S tier. Who is this right here? That's Hydra. Okay, yeah, that's Hydra. That's Hydra. Hydra, he's not a starter right now because, like the whole internet thing, but now he's actually moved to America and he's going to be on the NYSL Academy team. He is a great SMG player. If he was in the league, I put him in elite. You know what? Let's screw it. Go ahead. Let's throw Hydra in elite. The guy is is insane. The kid's cracked. Okay, he's better than all these players in great tier. I mean, he's insane at the game. And I've seen clips of the guy. Oh my God, he's the best upcoming player. Temp, he's been incredibly disappointing for me in Cold War so far. I'm going to put him in replaceable. TJ Halley, I'm going to put him in great as well alongside his teammate Slasher. He had that 12-0 Moscow search and destroy game. He's just really been he's been the best player on LA Thieves so far this year, which is kind of what I expected. Vivid, he's been doing decent this year. He's been performing how I expected him to. Zero, if he was in here, he would have been in either good or great. If you look at his like streams and all that stuff, he looks really good in this game. So let's just go ahead and put him in great because he's supposed to be on a starting roster, but he's not able to be. Zuma, got him put up in got to put him up in S tier, man. Italian stallion, but he had to retire because of his injury. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw him up there in the S tier because man's a goat. He's a goat. And Dashi S tier. Okay, actually, let me get Zuma off the list. Let me get Zero off the list because they're not starters. Dashi, he's S tier. He's the number one player in Cold War right now. He's front runner. He's MVP, right? He's the MVP front runner right now. He's been looking very good. And I just think that he is going to be he's going to be the MVP this year without question in my mind, unless if like Hook just starts going rogue, even though he already has gone rogue this year. I mean, and he just gets even better. Right now, actually, let me organize this S tier. Dashy's at the front. Get Dash to the front. Get Dash to the front, man. Dang it. Okay, let me organize this S tier real quick. When it comes to who I think is going to get MVP. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, actually, no. Let me get a BZ right there. Yeah, Arcides, yeah, he can stay right there. Envoy, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's a perfect S tier right there. There's your S tier organized. That's an organized S tier. Gunless, he's been great this year. It's just that he hasn't been performing how I've been expecting him to. He's had his moments where he's been just popping off. There was that one series like where he switched his monitor mid-series to like from 60 hertz to 244 hertz, and he literally just started popping off. Looney, decent. And okay, Kleenex. Now it's time to go to Kleenex. Kleenex, he's gonna go in my great tier because of the fact that he's been doing very good. Parasite. Back to Kleenex. What am I doing? Kleenex, he's been doing very good this year. I think he's doing better this year than he did last year in the on Toronto. He's still on Toronto Ultra. What am I saying? I'm losing focus. I'm losing composure. Kleenex, great player. He's having a better year this year in Cold War than he did on Modern Warfare. He's one of the best SMGs right now. And he's just been doing really good. Got to give it to him. And now let's just throw Parasite on here. Okay, Parasite. Okay, let's act like Zero is Parasite. Okay, Zero, which is okay, this is Parasite. Okay, this is Parasite. Replaceable. Zuma. Who else got dropped this year? Where's Classic at? Is Classic on this list? Hold on. Where's Classic? I thought I put Classic. Wait, Classic's not even on here, bro. Okay, Zuma's Classic. Classic. He's been doing pretty decent. He's performing how I've been expecting him to perform. And let's pretend like Havoc is. Who is Havoc gonna be? Havoc. Who's Havoc gonna be? I'm trying to figure out who. Dang it. Okay, Havoc is gonna be Insight because the Insight just replaced Methods. I'm gonna put him in replaceable because he hasn't played yet in a tournament. There we go. Those are the CDL players tier list. That is it. So if you guys want me to do more of this, please tell me, and I will. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace. I mean, shoot, I think that's a good tier list. Yeah. But yeah, guys, it's been your boy Primal. Take care and peace, and I'll see you.